Monsome News Agency informs.
On September 5th, President of Mongolia Kh.Battulga met with Prime Minister of Japan Shinzo Abe within the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok, Russia. Noting that this marks the third meeting of the two sides in the city of Vladivostok, the Mongolian President and the Japanese Premier exchanged views mainly on issues of broadening economic cooperation between Mongolia and Japan. After remarking the economic growth of Mongolia was 6.8% last year, the President introduced about some major development projects in Mongolia, including the launch of 414.6-kilometer long railroad using its own domestic sources. He then expressed his willingness to have talks about coal exports with Japan as some beneficial projects were inaugurated, such as the Mongolian-Russian joint project to build a coal transport terminal. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe underlined that he had got acquainted with the projects proposed by the President of Mongolia and noted Japanese interest to realize the project regarding the development of Kh.Battulga deposit. President Kh.Battulga said that he is convinced that another field with a great prospect for cooperation is a market for sewn and knitwear products, and Mongolia, a country that supplies half of the world cashmere demand, is looking forward to the Third Neighbor Trade Act with the USA to pass. However, not dependent on the bill, Mongolia and Japan have great opportunities to renovate the wool and cashmere industries, introduce technologies to process wool materials, and enjoy mutual benefits from the export, the President added. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe congratulated on the successful visit of the Mongolian President to the USA and that the bilateral ties between Mongolia and USA reached a level of strategic partnership which effectively laid the foundation of the tripartite cooperation of Mongolia, Japan, and USA. At the end of the meeting, the sides stressed the increased frequency of bilateral visits and agreed on measures for preparations of future meetings.